So now let's start with the session first of all. Okay, so as you all already know, we have micro workshop on fine dining and table manners. Now, I'd like to introduce you to the who's taking the micro workshop today. She is Mehak. She is our existing trainer, Mehak Wani. She is our existing trainer, Skill Ninja Academy. Ma'am is already taking the spoken English classes at 8 p.m. and 7 p.m. batch. She is from Bhilwara, Rajasthan, and you would be amazed to see that she is, publisher writer by profession. So she's already a professional writer, and she has written for about 14 anthologies. जिसके बारे में महक ही आपको डिटेल में बता पाएंगे महक मैम that what all are these 14 anthologies. And she has pursued honors in English. And today she is here to teach you all the basic tips and tricks on how to dine in a classier way when you are going to a restaurant, a five-star restaurant or a hotel, or if you are going for a social gathering, or if you are planning for a formal dinner home, how to set up a dinner table and how to serve the food right and how to eat formally. So I hope you all are ready and excited for the session with Mehak ma'am. So Mehak ma'am, the wait is over now. All are excited to meet you. So let me welcome Mehak. Mehak ma'am, you can now talk them, interact with them and start with the session.
I am very glad to have such a big audience today. I want to thank every one of you who took out time, came here to learn the new etiquettes with us about dining. So today we will be beginning how it is important to go to a restaurant and how to behave. First of all, about table manners, I would like to begin with what are table manners. So table manners are basically your behavior around the table, your manners, your movement around the dinner table. That is what table manners are. Some of you might want to know that why are they important? Why can't we just eat freely and be done with it? So let me tell you that table manners are very important because they not only define you, your personality, but also make others at the dinner table comfortable. If you have good manners, then the person dining with you feels comfortable, also holds a good impression about you. I have interacted with a few business entrepreneurs who like to dine with their clients, their customers, before they get into any major important deals with them, because that helps them decide whether the person they are going to employ is by standards approachable, is by standards approvable for their job or not. You know, it speaks volumes about your character, how you behave at the dinner table. So many companies, many business people try to hold dinners and luncheons so that they can know about the people they are going to recruit, the people they are going to put into their staff list are actually up to the mark and are very presentable and disciplined. Discipline is always important, and that's why it is important around the dinner table too. So let's start with the dinner table and the manners around it. All right, so coming to the dining part, we always have cutlery laid or to our left and right side. And also you might have this confusion about where to keep the glasses. For this, I'm going to give you a very basic rule like this. You know, this here is B. You know, to me it's B. it's maybe looking the opposite to you, but this is B and this is D. Okay, so the B side is for all the bread plate, and this D side is all for the drinks. Okay, this is a very simple rule. If you have any confusion about where to place your plates and where your glasses. Okay, this is B. B means the bread plate, and here this is the left side where we place the bread plate, and this is D where we place the drink glasses. Okay. Coming next to the cutlery, which is laid like this to your left and the right, always start from the outside. Work from the outer side towards the in. Okay. So whatever you are served first, you will use the cutlery that is laid towards the outermost part of your table. Okay. So that's how we use it. let's start with the eating part, shall we, ma'am?
Yes.
Well, to your convenience, let me tell you that the Indian dining isn't as complicated. So for that, we just need Indian meals. We hardly serve 4 courses. So we do not need as many as cutlery as in the American or the European cuisine. So that's why we will need maximum 2 knives on the right and maybe 2 forks and a spoon on your left. Okay. So this is how we lay our table. And yes, of course, these are the dessert spoon and the fork for the dessert. They are laid right up in the front of your plate for the dessert towards the end. Okay. And the rest, all of it is served here. And then this is your bread plate, which usually has a butter knife over it. And this is how I told you it's on the left. It lies on the left. Okay. So let's begin with our very first course, that is the soup. I have my pumpkin soup here. I hope all of you have yours too. So this is how the soup is. And the thing about the soup is it's often served extremely hot, maybe at the boiling temperature. So please be sure to let the steam fade away. Thoda sa thanda hone dijiye to avoid burning your lips and your upper palate. Okay, because it won't be nice if you burn your mouth in front of your guests. And for that, we have another trick to eat how, I'll show you how to eat the soup. We do not drink the soup, we eat the soup, okay? So for eating the soup, what we do is, we do not put in the spoon like this, but like this, towards the outside, like this. Then you can tap it on the rim a bit, and then drink it from the wall of it. Not here, not like this, but like this.
See, this is a very important, tip and trick and a misconception which people had, that they drink from the tip. They have the soup from the tip, which is absolutely wrong. So,
well, now they know it.
Yes, now they know it. And who all are drinking? You all are having the soup with, Mehak ma'am. Just raise your hands.
One more time for you.
Yes.
Scoop it towards the outside. I am doing this more elaborately to show you. Otherwise, you don't have to be so dramatic. You can just do it like this.
Ashrika is having soup.
Yes. So you take it towards the outside, tap it a bit so that any extra from your spoon remains in the bowl, and then drink it like this. All right. I hope the soup part is clear to everyone. Now, nobody is drinking the soup like that again and spilling on themselves or drinking too hot soup. Okay, you're not eating a very hot soup ever. Please let it cool down a bit of it, and then you can have it.
Mehak ma'am, I think they are having no clarity about bread plate. So we can tell them what is a bread plate. Just explain them.
The bread plate is for your chapati, the roti. Our Indian bread is the roti, chapati, paratha. That is our Indian bread. Okay. We do not need this for the Indian bread. This is actually how a table is laid in the American style, because they eat the bread that we often eat in the breakfast, the loaf of bread, I mean, on which they put butter, and then that's how they eat their bread. Otherwise, for our bread, we just need this quarter plate that comes with the set of a dining set, and that's what is a bread plate, the smaller one. The bigger one is for all your main course, vegetables and things to be served, right? So that's about the bread table or bread plate, and we're done with the soup. Let's move to the second course of the salad. This here is my salad plate, which I'm going to show you how to eat with a knife and a fork. All of you must know that a knife is always held in the right hand, while in the left, the fork. This is how you ideally eat. Your dominant hand uses the knife, while your other hand uses the fork. Okay? And to cut it, I'll show you a way so that you don't make a mess, too many noises while you're cutting in. The fork is always used to hold your food in the plate. Please try holding your food in the plate with the fork and then cut it with the knife. Okay? then you try cutting it with the knife. Do not try to use the fork and the knife together because that will confuse you. Also, you will not be able to break your food properly. As you cut the food, now you can hold it with your fork and then eat. Eat it like this, not like this. Eat it like this. Okay? Well, at that note, you might not require, but I'm going to tell you that the American custom is to, cut the food, then put the knife on the side of your plate, switch hands and eat with the fork like this. All right. But on the continental and the European side, we do not keep switching because it also distracts you from the other diners, right? You are at the dining plate to also talk to other people for formal conversations, for other things. So, right, even I prefer that my whole attention is not occupied by my plate. So I do not like to switch hands, and I prefer the European style in which we cut and then we eat with the same hand. The dominant hand cuts and we eat with the left one, right? This is how you can try cutting a part of your food. Also, please note that you do not cut big pieces of your food because then you'll have to put it whole into your mouth. It will be difficult to talk to people. Also, it wouldn't look nice if you're trying to chomp the food so much all at once. So please cut small portions of the food. Also, please make note, you do not cut the entire food on your plate together. That looks like a child. That's how we do it for our children. है ना, बच्चों के लिए छोटे छोटे टुकड़े कर देते हैं कि बच्चे तुम खाते रहना. Okay, that's not how we do it, adults. We cut only smaller portions and eat the portion that we've cut. And then we wait until we've chewed it properly and then we cut the next portion. All right.
Ma'am, here we have a very interesting question that the person who's already a lefty, who's using a left hand, so then
Yes.
also the process is same.
I think for your dominant hand, it would be easy to use the fork then, don't
Then you have to switch. You have to hold the, I think, fork in the right and I think
You
knife
are
in the
the
left.
exception, and for that, we can make exceptional rules for you.
Yeah. And for eating dosa also, Indian food also, I think the trick is same, right? If somebody
Yes.
is asking how to eat dosa, South Indian dish with knife and fork.
Well, dosa, yes, it will be same. Although let me tell you, dosa is a finger food to which I'll just come in the next part of the video. I will also tell you about finger foods, and also dosa is a finger food. But if you must eat with a fork and a knife, the process remains the same. You will use the fork in the left hand and the knife in the right hand. Also, please make note that you do not place your fork like this on the table. It should be always put like this with the blades down. Okay, that's how you put it. For main course, I have some food here and I'm going to eat it similarly the way I ate the salad. Okay, the trick remains the same. Hold your food with the fork, cut it with the knife, and then put it into your mouth like this. For those who find the bits of food left over in the plate, do not use your finger to scoop them. You always use the knife like this, like this piece here. Can you see this piece here? You scoop it with your knife on the fork like this, and then you eat it, right? Please do not try to use your hands and put your food onto your fork like that. You must do it with the help of your knife, or if you're eating with a spoon, then on your spoon. The little bits left at the end should be scooped by the knife on the spoon and then eaten like this. All right. Also about the noodles, the spaghetti that you eat. I do not have the spaghetti, but I'll tell you how to eat that. Always roll up your spaghetti in the fork like this, put it on your spoon like this, and then eat. Do not slurp it, or the spaghetti hanging from your mouth, all the sauce getting out of your mouth. Not like that. Always put in your fork, roll it until all the noodle is made into a ball by the fork, then put it into your spoon like this, and then eat your noodle or spaghetti, right? So this is how we eat our spaghetti. All right, so we're done with the main course. Let's move to the last part, our favorite parts. Also, never ever leave your cutlery on the table, but in a plate. Also, whenever you are taking a break from your eating, your spoon and fork will lie like this. Okay? They will be lying like this on your plate, which means you are taking a break, you are not done yet. This is an indication to the waiter also. He cannot touch your plate, he cannot clear away your plate. Why? Because your fork and spoon are lying at this angle, which means you are still eating. But when you're done, your fork and spoon will lie parallel like this, maybe 12 or 6, 12 to 6 o'clock, or maybe 10 to 4 o'clock, like this also, and also like this. Both the ways are acceptable, but they should be kept parallel, which indicates that you are done, you're eating no more, and your plate can be cleared, right? So this is how we eat. Okay. Last comes our dessert of the 4 courses. For the dessert, I've told you we have a smaller spoon and a fork. Okay. For the dessert, I'm taking here a fork, which the process remains the same. I'm going to hold my piece here and then cut it with the spoon because it's really soft. The dessert is always, kind of tender in texture. So you can easily cut it with your spoon. So just hold it with the fork, cut it with your spoon easily, and then you can clear your fork like this on the spoon, like this, and then eat, right? This is how we eat dessert. I hope everybody is clear with how we eat the 4 courses of meal.
Right. You all can, show a thumbs up if it is, okay with you. Now they're asking about rice. Like,
okay, rice. Rice can be eaten with spoon and fork, right? Process remains the same. The fork will be in the left hand, the spoon in the right hand. And then you can always put in your rice into the spoon with the help of the fork like this, and then eat. That's how you should also clear the plate also at the end. Always try to clear the plate with the fork like this. This is the angle you keep like this, and you put in all the bits and pieces on your spoon like this, and then you eat. Believe me, it's very easy. I'm not just saying, but it is. Please try doing that. All right, let's come to some fast foods, which are a lot of rage today with all the teenagers and everybody. Here I have a burger with me. So how to eat a burger at a restaurant without embarrassing yourself and the others. So for the burger, let me tell you, the first part is burger is a finger food. You have to eat it with your hands. Okay, it cannot be eaten with a fork and a knife. And then again, if you must, then I would advise, then just slice it into 2 halves or maybe 4 halves. But then again, you will have to use your fingers to eat. You can make it smaller into portions, but then you must eat it with your fingers. Okay, so the trick to eat the burger is, first I will tell you, in case you need to put some ketchup on it, how to put the ketchup on the burger. You do not put the ketchup on the walls of the burger, not here, not on the top. You take a knife and you pull out the bun, and with the help of a knife, put the ketchup like this over the bun. All right, this is how we put ketchup on a burger. Then place it back without smashing it or pressing it too hard. Then hold the burger upside down with 3 fingers here, 3 fingers here, and remaining the little finger and the thumb right below the burger to support it. Okay, so this way nothing falls out. You see, the filling and your stuffing doesn't fall out. And this is how you eat it. Okay, believe me, that's the least messy way you can eat a burger. And that's how we eat a burger. Okay, so let's move to another finger food, which is pizza. So as all of you know that the origin of pizza is Italy, so why Indians should try to eat it in any other way other than Italians, right? So for that matter, I think that because Italians themselves use hands to eat their pizza, then why would we pretend any other way? So this is how exactly you eat a pizza with your hands. Yes, the most you can do is fold it like this, the crust part, and then eat it to avoid the toppings falling off. That's how you eat a pizza. And then again, if some people would insist, the process remains the same with a fork and a knife. You can cut smaller pieces with a knife and a fork and then try eating. But believe me, it tastes better because this is why they're called finger foods. A basic guideline about how you should be behaving around the people you're dining with. The thing is that please try not to chew your food very loudly, which we've been hearing since the very beginning we were in school. And other things about how not to make an impression of the lipstick on the glass is that you could use a paper napkin and dab it a little on your lips to remove the extra lipstick so that you don't soil the glasses too much, right? So you could dab a little with your paper napkin and then you're good to go and have your glasses, right? So also there are other important parts about dining which include that you whenever enter your dining area, please do not assume that some seat is for you because you must wait for the host's cue to direct you towards a seat. Do not just take up a seat, pull up a seat and sit down. You should wait for the cue of the host where they indicate you towards a seat. And similarly, when you yourself are a host, the thumb rule is the guest gets the best seat, for which you should signal your guest to take a particular seat that you want them to, you have arranged them for. Okay, so this is how we take our seats whenever we are invited at a dinner. Always, whenever you're invited on a dinner or lunch, please make it a point to thank your host with a sweet note, maybe via text, to thank them that you really loved everything about the dinner and it was really fine and you really enjoyed. Also, there are some times when the host, uh, you know, uh, serves you things that you do not like. They might not be of your choice, but it would be polite and extremely mannerful to just take it in a very small portion. But please do taste everything the host has laid on the table for you, because it's a kind of insult if you do not taste some items. The host has been putting a lot of effort in preparing your meal, maybe since 2 days or one day. So just taste everything a little, and if you do not like, you cannot you're not bound to take another helping, but just take a little bit of, just to please your host. Also, when you are at a dinner table, please be mindful that you always take the bowl from the left and pass it to your right? Please wait for your turn. Do not reach out your hands like this clumsily over the table and try to look for any dish. Please wait for your turn. Take the bowl from the left and pass it from the right. Also, be mindful while you serve yourself, because everybody on the table needs to have a helping of the food that you are circulating. So be mindful how you serve yourself. You should not be, putting bulks into your plate. So that's something that doesn't look really good. Also, about the salt and the pepper, do not ever put salt or pepper into your dish without tasting it. Some business executives have made a notion about it that the colleagues, the business clients, or whoever do not taste the food beforehand and put in salt and pepper to it without tasting it, are very presumptuous. They work on assumptions and not on the facts. So please taste your food first, and then if you need salt or pepper, then you can add in. Also, if somebody asks for salt and pepper to you, do not pass only the salt or the pepper. Please do pass both the things together to whoever has asked to you. So these are some guidelines about how you should be behaving on the dinner table. And when you're done, before the dessert, you can actually go for the bathroom break. That's the ideal time before the dessert. If you want to excuse yourself, you can just say that, please excuse me, I'll just be back. Also, please do not give them any reasons why you are going to the bathroom or why you want a break. Nobody's interested. Like, I had so many beers, I need to pee, or I have something stuck in my teeth. Nobody wants to know on the dinner table. So you can just say, I need a break. Can you please excuse me? So yes, I can see a question. If something is stuck in our teeth, yes, if something is stuck in your teeth, you must excuse yourself, go to the washroom and help yourself. Also, if it's very urgent or you think you can just deal it very quickly, then you can cover your face with a napkin and do that. But please mind you very quickly. Otherwise, please excuse yourself and go to the washroom and help yourself. Okay, yes, I can see a question. If the waiter is away from us, then how to call? You can put your arm at your elbow like this and call the waiter. Okay, don't keep screaming for him. You can either make eye contact, or if he isn't in your eye contact, you can put up your arm at your elbow to call the waiter. Waiters are always at the vigil to see whoever is calling, whoever wants their service. How to use handbag on dining table? I've told you your bag, anything that does not belong to the dining should be kept away from the dining table, like your bag. Also, please put your phone into your bag, because there's a lot of possibility that if you keep your phone with you on the table, you might keep peeping into it and having a look at it as the messages flash or anything, which can make your host feel a little insulted. So my tip is that please put your phones into your bag and put your bags away, not on the floor, but either behind you on your chair, or if there is an empty chair right besides you, you can keep it on that, right? A small clutch can lie on your lap. If you're comfortable, you can put it on your lap, or it can be easily settled at your back. So that's how we will deal with the purses and the phones.
And ma'am, I have seen a few ladies. They just hang their this handbags just behind their chair. They're just lying on this. That is a big no-no. I think so.
Yes,
That is
that's a
not.
big no, because you shouldn't be hanging. That's not your hanger. It looks really untidy
Yeah.
whenever somebody sees the table. So they shouldn't be hanging by your chair. They should be lying on a flat surface, either near you or maybe behind you.
Okay. Can we tell them the difference between a la carte and buffet, or these kind
All
of
right.
vocabulary related to
Okay, a
fine
buffet
dining?
is a buffet is where the dishes are already served. There is a fixed menu that is being laid, and you then just have to help yourself with whatever you like. And a la carte is where you order separately from a menu the dishes that you want to eat. Okay, so as we go on holidays and we stay in hotels, I think we all know that in the mornings we are provided with a complimentary buffet, which has a long menu and a lot of things on the list which you can choose. That's a buffet where you can choose from a very long set menu, which is already laid. While a la carte is something where you choose maybe 2 or 3 dishes, whichever you like, from a fixed menu on your order, on your request, that is provided to you, that is served to you.
Thank you. I think thank you so much, Mehak ma'am, for conducting this session so gracefully, so elegantly, that we were feeling like that as if we are dining in already with the Mehak ma'am. So I hope you all agree with me. सबको ऐसे ही लग रहा था जैसे हम सच में एक 5 स्टार होटल में हम डाइन इन कर रहे हैं महक मैम के साथ. And she was telling everything so precisely, which in so much detail, slowly and comfortably, that we are short of questions. We are actually not having any question, because all the doubts were getting clear within the session only. So wonderful session by Mehak ma'am. Thank you so much for imparting such beautiful information to our ladies.